In this vlog, we would like to see the various properties we can make use with the list in Flutter. So this is a basic concept. Again, as a part of Flutter basics playlist, we are going through this particular topic here. So now let us try to implement the same. And yes, we have various tutorials on the list implementation in Flutter application. So here you can see all these tutorials available on our channel, and after going through this particular tutorial, I suggest you to go through them so that you can get much advanced knowledge on utilizing the list in real time in your applications. Void main, and here inside which we can consider a sample list for now. So this list is of a type string here. So string, and here we are having a set of values, and also we need to provide a name for the list, like it's a name, or let's specify it's like students list, and here I would like to provide some values for it. So yes, these are the values which I have provided for our list here. And now first let's try to print the list. So students, and now let's try to print this list. So here you can see we have got the list of students printed here. And now let's try to make use of the methods which are available for the list here. So students dot add, you can just add one more student over here using this particular method. So here I'm going to add Henry as a student, and now let's try to run this, and here you can see the list is now updated and Henry is added at the end of the list. But now I just don't want to add Henry at the end of the list. I want to add Henry before to Sam here. So now how we can make it possible? So let's make use of another method we are having, like insert, and here you can specify one more additional parameter, and this parameter is the index position. So I am specifying one here, and now try to run this code and see. So Henry is now added before to Sam here. So if you are a beginner, and what is an index position? So the list you are seeing here is having 4 names in it, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? So you might be considering this as 1, 2, 3 and 4, but the actual indexing position is like 0 for Abhi, and 1 for Sam, and 2 for Mike, and 3 for Jeff. So now whenever you try to print the length of the list over here, and so now let's try to know the length of the list here. So print students dot length here, and now try to run this. So it's 5, and what is the length initially before adding to Henry? So now let's try to add both the statements, and now try to run here. So initially it was 4, and after adding Henry it was 5. So these are the 4 values. But now let's try to see students dot element at, and I'm trying to specify the index position so that you can understand exactly the indexing concept here. So let's try to provide 4 here, because we are having 4 as a length, right? So you might consider like there are 4 values, and the index position of Jeff might be 4 here. So now let's try to run this code, and here we have got an error here, index value not inclusive of the range. So here you can clearly see that our range is like 0 to 3, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. And now let's try to provide the index value to be 3 here, and now try to run this code, and here you can see Jeff is now printed, so which clearly states that the index position of Jeff is 3 and remaining all like just I have said earlier. and we have seen insertion at a particular index position. And will there be a removal? Yes, but there is no criteria of you passing a position like index position for removal, so you can just straight away remove the value here. So remove, and now let's try to provide mic. So I'm just providing mic over here, and now try to run this code, and here you can see mic is now removed and the rest of the list is printed as it is. So for removing the element we need not specify the position. For inserting the element at an exact position we can just specify the index position over here. And what are the other things available? So students dot clear, so this will clear your list. And now let's try to run this code, and here you can see our entire list is now cleared. Let us try to see few more methods here, so for which I would be considering an integer based list here so that you can understand the concept much better. So list of integers, and here let's consider it like numbers equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 up till 9 here. So now numbers dot, let's consider every here, so every, and here you can get element here. So what is an element and what is false here? So don't worry, let's enclose it with print here and try to observe. So now we are getting every element here, so like 1, 2, 3, and just like we use for loop, so here with the help of every we can iterate through every element in this particular list here, and we can perform some calculations or whatever according to your requirement. So here what I will do is like if element is greater than 2 here, so what I am specifying the condition here is like if the element is greater than 2, which means that every element in the list must be greater than 2, then it will be true or else it will be false. So now let's try to run this code, and here you can see it's like false here. And if you are having any doubt, so just try to remove here 1 and 2 and try to run this code here. So this will return true because every element in the list is greater than 2 here, so the final result is true. So you can make use of this particular every whenever you are trying to iterate through every element of your list. So now let's try to see other methods even. So numbers dot, what are the other things? It's like first is a very simple thing, so whenever you try to make use of first here, the first element in the list is being printed, and the same with last here. And what are the other things over here? Is empty, so is empty is used to check whether the list is empty or not, and is not empty is vice versa of it. So iterator, last, single, addAll. So addAll, you can add multiple values to the list, any, as map. So insert all, remove it. You can just specify the index position to remove. So previously we have passed mic to remove that particular element from the list, right? So here you can see we have passed exact name to remove that particular element from the list, and you can do the same with the help of index position as well. So to make it much easier for you to understand, we'll see this particular over here itself. So remove it, and let us specify the position 0, 1 and 2 for the mic here. And now let's try to run this code. And okay, we have not provided a print statement over here, so now let's provide a print statement for students. And now here, okay, clear. Let us try to remove this particular clear event. And here you can see mic is being removed. So this is another way of removing an element from the list. So this is reverse, and by the name itself you can just understand this. It will print the reverse of the list. And also I want to specify one more important one is like reduce over here. So what does a reduce do? So let's specify value plus element. So don't worry, I will explain you what I am doing over here. So now let's try to run this code and see the output once. So yes, what we have done. So let's add 1 comma 2 also here. So we have got the value of 45 here. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up till 9 here we have added all the elements in the list and we have printed the output here. And how was it possible? So here we will consider the value here. So the first value, let us consider to be 1 over here, or let us consider the value to be 0 and element is 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1 here, and now the value becomes 1, and here 1 plus the second element is 2 here. So 1 plus 2 here we have added and the value is 3, and the 3 is now in the place of value here, and in the place of element we have got 3 again here. So we are considering 3 as an element here. And likewise, without the help of a for loop, we are adding each element in the list and we are reducing it and we are providing it to be a single output over here. So yes, this is it for reduce. And what are the other things? As map. So you can just make use of as map here. So you can make use of map when you want to extract the value with the help of a key here. So we need to specify a list which is of a key value type, and there with the help of a key you can just extract the value over here. So now let's try to run this code and see here, and you can clearly find the map here. So 0 is the key, that is the index position, and 1 is the value. So you can just make use of a key value kind of thing with the help of this map over here. So just we have discussed earlier, right? So how the indexing is done. So the keys are the index positions here, and the value is the element provided in the list here. So yes, these are the few methods in the list which I want to discuss in this part of a tutorial. And yes, there are few more other methods in the list, and if you want to have some guidance regarding the usage of those methods, do let me know in the comment section below. And if you are having any queries in this particular implementation, do let me know in the comment section below. This is it for this tutorial, and if you like this tutorial, do like, share and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content on Flutter.